Hello, students. This week we will be focusing on the periodic table and some vocabulary to help us understand the different elements and how to place them according to their physical properties, chemical properties, and how they're arranged on the periodic table. Our first word is malleability. Malleability means it's the ability to be pounded into shapes. This aluminum foil has been pounded into a almost two-dimensional shape. This pen that somebody gave me is also made out of aluminum, and it's a different type of shape. Metals are known for being able to be malleable, pounded into different shapes. The next word is ductility. It's the ability to be pulled into a wire. There's a wire at the end here that is a type of metal. In much of electricity, copper is used as a metal to be drawn into a wire. That makes it easy to conduct electricity. Ductility. Right. This cat is not ductile necessarily. He will die if I draw him into a wire. Anyway, but this is a metal. It's able to be ductile. Magnetism, the force of attraction or repulsion of magnetic materials. There's only 3 metals, and we'll talk about them later, that actually react to a magnet on the whole periodic table. So that would have to do with magnet. This cat has a magnetic attraction to me. It's different from anything to do with a metal. Okay. Metal. If I can get the cat out of the way, here we go. Metal. If I can get this close enough. On the periodic table, metals would be on this side of the periodic table. A metal is a class of elements characterized by physical properties that include shininess or luster, malleability, ability to be beaten into a shape, ductility, drawn into a wire, and conductivity, which means electricity can flow through them. Okay. Our next word is nonmetal. The nonmetals on the periodic table exist on this side. And you'll see a little stair step on the one you have that does a clear separation between metal and nonmetal. Alright? So a nonmetal is an element that lacks most of the properties of a metal. Therefore, it's a nonmetal. It does not have luster. It means it is not shiny. It cannot be beaten into a sheet. It cannot be drawn into a wire. It is not magnetic, and it cannot conduct electricity. Many of these nonmetals are gases. There is one that is a liquid at room temperature. Metalloid. This is an element that has some characteristics of both metals and nonmetals. These are the ones that exist on that stair step that you'll see later on this week. Items such as silicon that are used in cell phone manufacturing that are also semiconductors we'll talk about in just a moment. But they have some properties of metals, some properties of metalloids. Okay, so enough of the fancy wallet-sized periodic table. Any self-respecting science person would have one of these in their wallets at all times. We can take orders if you need one. All right. A semiconductor is a material that conducts electricity under certain conditions. The good news about silicone is it's used in chips for cell phone is that they do not conduct electricity enough to start a fire, except for that weird Galaxy. I forget which one that was that set on fire and then people quit using that one, we hope. The next thing we do with the periodic table, we talk about periods. So a period on a periodic table is a row. A horizontal row is a period. So it would go from left to right, right to left. Horizontally are the periods. Elements in the same horizontal row of the periodic table. That's the definition of a period. Okay, and then the columns on the periodic table are called groups. So there's groups here. Group 1, Group 2, Group 3 is way over here, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A group are elements in the same vertical column of the periodic table. They're also called families. Okay, so that's a group. All right. Our last word, as far as the periodic table goes, is luster. Luster is a characteristic that describes the way a mineral surface might reflect light off its surface. You can see that this aluminum has some luster. Hopefully it looks somewhat shiny to you. That means that it has luster. Aluminum is a metal. That's all the words for this week. Look forward to sharing more about the periodic table with you soon.